Hey guys, it's Mrs. Wine. I just wanted to do a quick demonstration today of what your art assignment was for this week. So what you're going to need is some sort of drawing material like colored pencils or markers. It could also be crayons or even pen or pencil. And you're going to need to create a stencil. So I used a pair of scissors, and what I did is I found some old cardboard box that we were getting ready to put in recycling, and I used that to create my stencil. I just did a simple heart for demonstration, but you can do anything that you like. So once I have my stencil cut out, the idea of using a stencil in artwork is you can use it to create the same kind of shape over and over and over again. I started with a group of colors that are fairly similar, so I got pinks and reds and violets, and I decided that I'm going to use both markers and colored pencils for this week's assignment. So you can start by using your stencil, setting it up however you want on your page. You could line them up, you could overlap them, they could be random. It doesn't really matter. The whole idea is just to use your stencil and have some fun. So I'm starting off by just tracing my stencil. And if I had a whole day to do this or a lot of time, what I would do is I would trace it over and over and over many times until I filled my page. I think what I'm going to do is just a short demonstration here, and I'm just going to use 3 hearts and 3 colors, but certainly you would want to fill up your whole page. So now that I have them traced, I can decide what else I want to do with it. I could come back in and I could take some of my colored pencils, or I could use my markers. I could certainly use those to color in shapes. Notice that even though I'm coloring inside, I'm still going slowly around the edges. I'm still coloring in one direction. And I'm still working to make sure that I've got all those peekaboo spaces covered. So I could just color in the different shapes that I've created differently. I could overlap colors. Maybe I color this whole thing in, and maybe I color this one with a different color so that I create some different overlaps. I think I want to make mine a little more interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to create some different patterns inside here. Essentially, you can do anything you want. The idea is just to use those stencils to create something interesting and something new. Use a different pattern in there. So maybe that's going to be my plan. Maybe for my regular heart shapes, I will just color those in with one color, and maybe in the shapes that overlap, maybe I'm going to create some sort of a really simple line pattern. Just play around with it, have fun. Another idea you could use, if instead of tracing your stencil, you could actually also use the stencil to add some color around the outside edge. So again, I could use that same stencil, I could put it down, and I could take my crayons or my colored pencils, and while I'm holding it down nice and flat, I can go around the outside edge. Moving my fingers and continuing to hold it down. I could even use a couple different colors in here to create some color blending. Any idea you have will be a good idea. The idea is just to play around with what you could do with stencils, what you could do with a simple symbol, and how you could use that to make some interesting art. And then when I pick it up, you see you have the empty heart shape on the inside. Anyway, guys, I just want you to have fun. Remember to take photos of your work and upload it to the Google Classroom site, or you can send it to my email. And my son says that I should tell you all to like and subscribe to my page that I've created for our artwork. Have a great week.